Welcome to the Moreno Valley College President's Hour, heard on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and iTunes, and seen on YouTube. This is Riverside Community College District Public Affairs Officer Leslie Vargas, and I welcome you to sit back and enjoy engaging conversations with students, colleagues, and community leaders, all hosted by MVC President Dr. Rudy Besikof.
Did you know that your time at work might actually count as class hours towards your degree or certificate? Arlene Serrato is our guru about all things college credit. We'll learn more from her. Transcript evaluator. Could you just walk us through a typical day for you?
So I review all transcripts that come into Moreno Valley College for our students that have taken courses at another college. What we're trying to do is make sure that they don't duplicate their education and they don't take the same class that they've already taken. We want to make sure that their time here with us is very efficient. And so we're reviewing it based off of the program that the student is telling us now that they're trying to do. So if you went to MSJC, you've taken a few GE classes and maybe you tried to do medical transcription. Now you come here, you already completed those areas. And so you don't have to focus on that. Let's focus on what now you need. So we can get you out of here within the 60 units. We can get you out of here within your financial aid time period, all of that. And you're now able to either get paid for what you went to school for or continue your education at the UC Cal State level.
So are you also the one who is responsible for some students that say, hey, I was taking this major, but now all of a sudden I got this one too, because you realized they qualified for this other major as well?
Yes, so we do auto awarding here. So we do look at the students' programs. We don't try to navigate that as much as possible because the curriculum is completely different sometimes, but there are some programs that are very similar. So if a student has a degree in communications, they might have a degree in humanities because communications is under the humanities area. So we do look at that as well. It's more of, it depends on the counselor sometimes that they see, because some of the counselors are used to promoting, you can have these 2 degrees and stuff like that. But for the most part, we're really trying to navigate, you have an ADT pathway. Those ADT pathways are they have specific coursework, so you don't always have 2 different degrees. But for the students that do, we will process that.
Auto award, what's that?
So the name's a little tricky, but it is a institutionalized initiated of the completion of a degree. What we've learned is that sometimes students don't apply for graduation and we're not able to capture that on their transcript, and we're not able to capture that for the college to get that completion as well. So what we've been doing is navigating our systems, so colleague, and seeing how we're able to look for students who have completed programs but never applied for us. And so we've been able to capture quite a bit. We are, I can't tell you percentages right now, but we are making sure that every student that is completing a program here at Moreno Valley College is getting that posted on their transcript, is getting a diploma in their hand, is getting multiple things from it. And so we really want to make sure that they can put it on their resumes if they're looking for a job, any of that.
You know, Director Ponce, may I call you Juan Carlos?
Yes, is that okay?
As far as from the financial aid standpoint, students being able to access their transcript, having it, why is it important for financial aid?
So as far as their transcript from here, it's important because if they do transfer out to a 4-year institution, whether it be a UC or a Cal State, they'll be able to transfer in all the credits that they took here so that their time at the UC and Cal State isn't the 4 years that they would normally take them, it'll be the 2. Because while they were here, they were already using some of their financial aid eligibility.
Okay.
So it just keeps them on track so that when they do transfer out to the 4-year institution, they don't end up meeting their maximum eligibility, and they still have that room to apply for financial aid outside of here.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Arlene, part of your role involves looking at credit for prior learning, which is becoming, pretty big, well-known buzzword in education circles. What is it?
So credit for prior learning is we're looking at different types of experience outside of the classroom. Under this umbrella, we actually have quite a bit of traditional CPL, which would be like your AP exams. AP exams are credit for prior learning. Your IB, your CLEP, all of that. IB, I can never say it. Oh my gosh, International Baccalaureate. Yes. So you're at the high school level getting college credit. And so, so those are your traditional ones. What we've been doing now, CP out through the MAP initiative, it started here at RCCD within our district, is we're looking at different ways of individuals who have experience in different areas, different passive lives, all of that. And we're giving them credit so that they're able to complete their 60-unit associate degree. Or they could even complete a certificate. So a great example is there are many individuals in the public safety sector that go to not regionally accredited institutions, so they're not sometimes getting units on a transcript. They're going to NCTI paramedic school, and they're going through all of this. They're passing the paramedic license, but none of it is transcribed onto a transcript, and so they're not able to get those units here at a community college like ourselves.
So I'm going to ask a very basic question. By going to paramedic school and getting credit for prior learning, what's the benefit?
The benefit is they get their associate degree, and there's many times more job opportunities for them, career opportunities. A lot of them are able to get a pay bump, depending on which type of discipline or what public safety sector. There are agencies like in the firefighting, if you have an associate degree, you are up for promotions. If you are a police officer, you can get a pay bump in that. They actually have, the police officers have a very specific formula. 45 units will get you this pay bump, 60 units will get you this pay bump, all of that. So the moment that we start looking at their experience and giving them credit for that, and we're trying to promote for them to finish their associate degree, they continue to take classes to complete that program. And that's my favorite thing since I'm an evaluator.
So you're saying it's not only having to take fewer classes to get a degree or certificate, you're also saying earning more money while you do it just
Correct.
Because your transcript
Yes.
says, guess what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and there's many jobs where the associate degree, the bachelor's degree, any of that, depending on where it leads to, they're specifically for promotion opportunities. So you're not only going in as now a firefighter, but now you're becoming a chief. Now you're going into leadership positions, all of that. And, you know, sometimes 20 years of being a firefighter takes a toll on your body, not sometimes, all the time, takes a toll on your body. So the next step for you is somewhere in leadership, and that associate degree or those additional units will make you a lot more, what is the word? A lot more, if you're going against other candidates, you have competitive, I'm sorry. Yeah, competitive when it comes to it. When it comes to that.
But it helps our veterans too, right?
Yes, and we also, this is actually initiated with our veterans population. So we started this because our students were coming in with a joint service transcript with many units on their transcript, but none of it was really going towards their degree. So what we've done is we made sure that at least their basic training counts for self-development, and then we're looking at different recommendations done by the American Council on Education to see if they have additional courses, possibly in business, possibly in management, any of that. And then we're also giving them credit towards their associate degrees.
You know, Leslie, I've seen so many movies with basic training, and I've never heard a drill sergeant say, do those push-ups so you can get college credit, but
You're right.
well, it's
You're right, and it'll save them, right?
Yep.
amazing.
Yeah, this saves on their BHI, what's the wording? The basic housing allowance?
Monthly housing allowance and
Yeah.
to the military.
Now, in terms of the max on financial aid, does credit for prior learning count as far as units for financial aid?
So if anything, it'll help them reserve some of their eligibility.
That's what I thought.
And the reason is because if they're getting credit, let's say they're able to get 20 credits towards their associate's degree, that means they only need 40 to finish. That means they're not here as long, which means they're not using up as much eligibility to transfer out.
So especially if you're looking big picture toward that bachelor's degree,
Correct.
suddenly you've got more hours toward that 120
Yeah.
that you can use.
And the goal is to try to save as much as your eligibility, because as we know, the four-year institutions are a little bit more expensive than coming to community
A
college.
little.
Yeah.
That's right. Hey, we're the best part in the town here. So, Arlene, I've had the pleasure of looking at the website, seeing some of the, paramedic school experience equals college credit. What are some of the disciplines or the departments on campus where we published that?
So we've done such a great job here at,
Excuse me, where you've published that.
so we've done such a great job here at Moreno Valley College. All of our faculty, because of my role as an evaluator, I do work with quite a bit of the discipline faculty to get credit for other, obviously I'm the transcript person, And so I already had that relationship with them. And so we have now approved paramedic. So all the paramedic major, we've approved fire technology courses, firefighting courses. We've also approved homeland security or emergency management. We've approved quite a bit in CIS. CIS also has a list of certifications that a student can take outside of the college setting and get credit for that as well. So we've done quite a bit of work here. There is some work that we do need to tap into that we haven't got to, but that's what we're moving forward towards. Because we do work with the MAP initiative and we are looking at the statewide recommendations, we bring all of that back and we work with faculty to say this is our approvals. At the moment, we do have over 300 articulations approved by our faculty. And so we're able to utilize those for the students. And then, like I said, CPL is a big umbrella of different types. So we just got to navigate which type is best for the student. CPL isn't taken by the UCs. So we also have to have our counseling faculty have to have those conversations with our students saying, hey, if you're going to UCR, this isn't the path for you, but you can do this. But if you're going to Cal State or any of that, these are the paths that you can take. But many of our students wouldn't be students that would be sitting here with us. So we're bringing them in. We're bringing in all these students that wouldn't have taken a general education class with us. Hey, we have already given you a part of your major. You take these additional 6 to 7 classes, you'll have an associate degree.
So in terms of what we can look forward to seeing on the website, like I said, I think accounting's one that I saw,
Yes.
emergency services. What are some that are ahead that are coming soon?
We're including more CIS. We have quite a bit of CIS coming through. Yeah, computer information. We are now looking at, there's more business courses out there as well that we're looking at. We've already done some district-wide approvals, very, very unique to specific populations. You can be a manager at McDonald's, be a manager at Disneyland, and you'll get credit for a certain class that we have. So we're trying to bring in different types of experience because they have the experience that was taught at the classroom. Now we're trying to bring that in and transcribe it for them.
Seems like quite a project you've been out here with this. What is some of that kind of behind the scenes work involved?
It's a lot of conversations with our faculty, a lot of conversations with financial aid because we're trying to see how it impacts. We don't want to negatively impact the student. A lot of conversations with our admissions people because there's quite a bit of documentation that comes with this process. Somebody has to intake some of it. And then a lot of the conversations are also at the state level. We work with the MAP initiative and they're hearing us out and we were saying, hey, we need a data intake process. We need a data intake technology. They're creating that for us. So I no longer have a stack of emails that have been, somewhere lost in there. I have now a platform that I can put all of this. So whenever my president asks me, hey, how many articulations has Moreno Valley done? I can pull that within hopefully minutes. And so that actual technology has been helping us document quite a bit of our successes.
What's needed now for this to go to the next level?
I think more marketing of it. Now that we've created a foundation of it, now we need to go out there and tell every paramedic that doesn't have an associate degree, come to us, come to Moreno Valley College. We will make sure that you're taken care of and you earn your associate degree. Every firefighter, every police officer that didn't go through a Ben Clark. We're very fortunate here that their curriculum is sitting at Ben Clark. We've already have it. So if they come in with the experience, as soon as they come in, they're starting to take their courses, we can start their enrollment process and make sure that they complete out their program. Because they earned the credit already. They just need to finish a few more courses.
Okay, I want to ask you, I want to move to another topic, but before I do so, if I'm listening to this, I'm a student, maybe I'm a faculty member wondering about getting my discipline more involved in the credit for prior learning engagement. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
You can always email evaluations@mvc.edu. Okay. For the students, we do have a landing page that you can go on and you can submit all of your documentation on there, and you'll get a response saying that we've received it, and then you'll also we communicate it back to you. For the discipline, you can contact me directly, and I can make sure that we're looking at everything because the faculty discipline are going to tell me what documentation. It's all faculty driven. They tell me, hey, this is certifications that we our students, when they're in this class, they're working towards completing the certification. If the student already comes with a certification, now they're given the credit for the time that was spent on the back end.
So if people want to get in touch with you, Arlene, what's your email and what's the best general number to call you at?
My email is arlene.serrato@MVC, so ARLENE.SERRATO @MVC.edu.